Benjamin Šeško has decided to stay at RB Leipzig and sign a new contract on improved terms. The decision made for the talented striker, similar to what Haaland decided back in the days at Bayern Munich. Sesko will stay with Leipzig with a new gentleman's agreement on a future exit. This was a transfer that many people expected to complete either in the direction of Arsenal or Chelsea. Man United, of course, were involved in these conversations as well. But as the brilliant Ben Jacobs said last week on the Done Deal show, he could also opt to stay. We want to get your views and opinions on that, plus the new targets that Chelsea and Arsenal are going for. We are going to go through, and Olise's agreement with Chelsea. We're delving into more detail on that as well. Hit the like and the share button. Make sure you are subscribing. Let's go. Ryan Taylor here states that Arsenal had been in the box seat for Benjamin Šeško, and the club were understood to be his preference if he was to depart from Leipzig. Yet, at the same time, the player's agent made it known that there was every chance he could remain at Leipzig. Now, we all were very aware of this. Ben Jacobs and others had reported on it. We all then have an opinion, and we all get opinions wrong all the time. I personally felt he was going to make the move. Didn't happen. Doesn't mean he didn't like the terms from Arsenal. Doesn't mean he wasn't happy to move to Arsenal. This is the beauty of the transfer window. Because as much as Fabrizio or Ornstein or Jacobs might know, they're not in the player's head. They're not the player. Could have woke up yesterday morning. Could have woke up Sunday morning and gone, you know what? I love what Arsenal have offered. I love what Chelsea have offered. But I want to do one more year here. I want one more year of development. We spoke about this at large about Olise last night on the Top 6 show, and he's got Chelsea and Man United to choose from. But maybe an option for him is to go, you know what, I'm going to do one more year here. Let's see how the land lies in 12 months' time at Chelsea and Man United. Let's see if anybody else gets involved. I'm comfortable here. I'm settled. I like how we're playing football. Benjamin Šeško is doing the same. Now, it does come with a risk because the stock is high right now in Benjamin Šeško. In 12 months' time, it could be higher, it could be the same, it could be lower. And that is the nature of this beast. So I want to understand what you think about this decision. If you're an Arsenal fan, United, Chelsea, how you feel towards the player making this decision. Let us know in the comment sections below what you think and feel. And of course, join our group chat as well by scanning that QR code. Another article here that's from Simon Collins. It says that Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United have been dealt a blow as Sesko decides to sign a new contract at Leipzig. Sesko was available for £55 million this summer due to his release clause in his contract, but he has opted to stay at Leipzig and continue his development there. The 21-year-old is set to sign a new deal with the German side and will land a pay rise. His decision is a blow to Arsenal, who scored a club record 91 goals last season, but want to add more firepower to their attack. The 6'4" Sesko offered the Gunners a different profile of forward. But what next? Now, this is the big question for them and Chelsea. We spoke about a lot. There was a lot of Chelsea fans, and not Chelsea fans, rivals when Chelsea were linked to Julian Alvarez of Manchester City. Well, they're looking at Sesko. Why are they now looking at him? Because you have to have multiple options for this exact reason. So the next time you hear someone say, well, we're pursuing so-and-so at right back, why would we be talking to this right back as well? Because people change their minds. Things happen. You know, I still get so weirded out by people's nature to think that transfers are really polarized, simple, like a game of FIFA. They don't work like that. It's crazy. So, but who are now Arsenal? Who are Chelsea going to put their attention into? Julian Alvarez is certainly one of them from a Chelsea point of view. I spoke about this a few days ago. The Arsenal should hijack that. Arsenal should go in for him. They may not land him, but they should be putting their hat into the ring Football clubs have got to stop being scared of the public view of them being rejected for a player. Because in the cold, hard light of day, every single club pretty much gets rejected once a year, once every couple of years by numerous people. Whether it's Omar Barada leaving to join Manchester United, rejecting a new offer from City, biggest club in the world, right down to a little minnow playing non-league football. It happens to everybody. We have got to stop being so sensitive about it and grow some thicker skin. It needs to be like rhinos out here, bruv. So you've got Julian Alvarez. What of Victor Osimhen? Now, maybe Napoli, who I have read need to sell him to really help fund their summer transfer window, maybe they're rubbing their hands. Well, Sesko's off the table. Will they then come back in and look at this guy? He's more expensive, but he's available if you pay the right price. I still think Arsenal should go and look at Ivan Toney. They wanted him for so long, and then suddenly the trail went cold. Spurs are looking at putting a £40 million bid for him. If you can pick him up for 40 to 50 million pounds, Ivan Toney is a snip. He is a snip. But who? Who is the individual? You've also got Julian, which has been a very, very quiet transfer since the season actually ended. In the build-up to the summer, there was a lot of talk and there were a lot of reports that is who Arsenal could go for. That has now changed. What do you all think and feel? Gooners, Chelsea fans, let us know in the comments section below. Now, sticking with Chelsea, this story here in the Evening Standard says Chelsea agree personal terms with Michael Olise. He says, but according to Give Me Sport, who suggests that the Blues, that's according to Give Me Sport, who suggests that the Blues are very much leading the race for the Crystal Palace winger. Olise has a 60 million release clause, and Chelsea are now in talks with Palace over scheduling of payments to meet that. And that's the interesting part of this deal. Chelsea here not looking to pay the release clause outright. What Chelsea have done on other occasions, whether they've landed the deal or not, is look to pay slightly above the release clause so they can pay for the deal in installments, which of course costs more in the long term, but enables you to buy more in the short term. Because if you pay the release clause up front, that's £60 million, essentially cash that is gone from your business accounts, your trading accounts, your money. But £60 million can actually buy you 3 or 4 players if in year one you're spending 10s, 15s, and 20 millions respectively upon those transfers. So £60 million in your bank can actually land you £200 million plus worth of players if you're not paying direct release clauses. So I completely understand why Chelsea are doing this. According to the reports that Give Me Sport, this deal is clearly advanced, clearly getting close because there's one final hurdle to go. The player has agreed personal terms. The clubs are in negotiations. All they now need to do is to get this over the line. And it's an interesting one because Chelsea really looking to bolster that attacking line. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If they bring in Michael Olise, they're not going to get Šeško now, but if a Šeško or a Julian Alvarez join that attacking line, the potency, the danger that suddenly added to this Chelsea team has gone up tenfold. The scary factor increases. That will be absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal business. But as ever, look, I want your views. I want your opinions. What should Chelsea and Arsenal? Man United were involved in Šeško, but I don't think we were anywhere near the level of conversations that the other two clubs are happening. I don't think the player was particularly interested at all in coming to us. What should they do? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure you are subscribing, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.